Yo, what's good? My name is Esper. Today we're going to take a close look at one of the best, and in my opinion, often underrated tools in Helldivers 2, the jump pack. I'll be breaking down the basics of using the jump pack, how to control it, and what it can do. Then we'll move on to advanced tips and strategies to optimize its use in different scenarios, and finally, a technique I discovered that'll change the way you use the jump pack. Let's start with the basics. This is mostly for anyone who just started using the jump pack. It essentially allows you to leap through the air, giving you the mobility and speed to make you the fastest and most mobile Helldiver we can be. To activate it, just press the spacebar or mantle button. This is going to send you into the air in whatever direction you're moving. First tip for beginners is just going to be get used to the 20-second cooldown and use it as often as you can. I know when I first started, I wasn't using it nearly as much as I could, and this will help you get the muscle memory down and used to knowing the windows when you can play more aggressively, knowing you have that retreat. Being able to jump back and continue kiting is your main form of survivability, allowing you to reposition and get back to shooting from a safe place as fast as you can. During the back jump is the perfect time to reload, letting you start shooting quickly after landing. Sometimes you won't be in a position to jump back, and this is when we can jump over mobs, keeping you from getting boxed in. The jump pack also allows us to jump over gaps like ravines, rivers, take shortcuts between rocks, and clear tall fences and walls surrounding objectives, often saving you a lot of time. When moving between objectives, use any rocks or hills to increase your height and distance traveled in the air. You can use the jump pack to reach high vantage points, allowing you to safely fire from positions where enemies can't reach you, though be mindful that enemies like the Terminids can burrow to reach you. This is going to be most useful when you're defending the extraction site. Rounding off the basics is using your jump to get to the Pelican during extraction, either by jumping over mobs and ignoring them entirely, or from the vantage points around the extraction site. There's a few things that you'll want to avoid while using the jump pack. These are just knowledge checks that shouldn't cause too much issues once you know about them. First one being our jump distance is tied to our speed. You'll want to avoid jumping while you're slowed and opt for diving and jump after the slow drops to get your full jump off. Similar to being slowed, bumping into enemies will reduce your momentum, denying you the distance needed to jump over the mobs. Running out of stamina will also reduce your speed, resulting in shorter jump distance. If you catch on fire, always dive first. Jumping will not put out the flames, and you'll usually die before landing and being able to stim. On the topic of stims, you can't stim while in the air, and using your jump pack too quickly after stimming will cancel your stim animation, so jump after the animation completes or just when you land. There's certain points when enemies can track your jump, negating your reposition, most notably leaping hunters and pouncers that'll follow you to your landing point, and also bile spit from spewers and bile titans tracking your jump and spitting at your landing point. But the windows of these are small enough, and knowing about them and playing enough will give you an idea of when it can happen to avoid it. Now that we've covered the basics and things to avoid, let's get into some advanced tips and strategies. Using the jump will eat a bit of your stamina. By jumping just before running out, you negate how much stamina it takes and will begin recharging as soon as you land. Crouching as soon as you land will let it regen faster, and then you can keep moving. By aiming while jumping, we can accurately throw nades and stratagems while in the air, allowing us to retreat while dropping a nade or stratagem. By using the same tech and jumping forward, we can increase our throw distance by about 10 meters. Great for when you're just out of range and want that extra boost. After being reinforced, know that your jump pack will be off cooldown as soon as you pick it up. Knowing this, we can run into contested areas, take a hit, activate a stim, pick up your support weapon, then your jump pack, and immediately jump away to safety. We can use jump pack to dodge chargers entirely, getting behind them. Use this either to weave shots into other mobs or access their weak point. We can also land on the charger to avoid it, running off immediately, or staying on and creating more distance from other mobs that you can weave shots into. But know that the longer you stay on the charger, the more likely you are to be flung off. Similar to chargers, we can jump onto Bile Titans, but this is risky as it can kill you while you're there, and there's little payoff for being up there apart from maybe a clip. That being said, the jump pack is still useful against Bile Titans, allowing us to land a 500 kg easily by dropping it under them, triggering their attack animation, and jumping away before it goes off. Now let's move on to the master level technique, the jump shot. By aiming and jumping, we have a short amount of time where we can land accurate shots during the rise of our jump. On descent, continuing to aim will track consistently down and to the left, while letting go of aim will track above you and to the left. Using this, we can keep firing during our back jump, helping us kite even more efficiently and increase uptime of our weapons. We can also use this moving forward when jumping over mobs to rain down shots directly above enemies. This works best with the breakers since they have a high rate of fire and a decent amount of spread, but this will also work great with any full auto weapons. Next, we can use side jumps to reposition aggressively by cutting the angle and moving around the mobs, keeping our DPS up. Use it to finish off enemies and dodge other attacks at the same time, increasing your DPS and aggression. This also allows us, with a bit of practice, to get angles for closing bug holes and fabricators, with the nade pistol and the eruptor being most useful while jumping over mobs or jumping away. The final tip for this video is going to be taking on the Bile Titans. After dodging their spit attack, we can aggressively charge their bellies to stop them from spitting, or just to finish any off that didn't go down from your 500 kg or rail cannon strike. So that is a wrap on mastering the jump pack in Helldivers 2. Give these techniques a try in your next game and let me know how it goes in the comments. If you found this video helpful, consider liking and subscribing for more Helldivers 2 content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.